Hey everyone. So this week we are going to be looking at poetry and we're going to look at two poems. A poem that we've already read but I'd like you to reread, and a poem that we haven't read. And we're going to look at the two of them, talk about the language used in both of them, talk about the just basically what each poem is focused on and talking about. And before we went into that though, I wanted to just kind of do a quick little overview on poetry and hopefully try to make reading it easier for some of us. And so the reason why I wanted to do this is because poetry is often considered daunting, and I wanted to just pull up the different definition of daunting. It just seems difficult to deal with, and in anticipation. It's like so anticipating before you even read it, you're like, oh, this is going to be so hard. Oh, this is going to be so awful. Oh, and then before you even read it, we've already put in our minds that it is intimidating. Before you even read it, we've already decided we've given up. And then we see the poem and we give up even more. You see all of this, you're like, that's too much. Ugh, 3 stanzas. That's so much. It's so confusing. What am I supposed to do? And even this one, oh, another 3 stanzas. They're shorter, but oh, what am I supposed to do? And so a couple of tricks, right? The first one, always with poetry, I talk about this every year. I don't know if I've talked about it this year, but there's a poem called In a Station of the Metro, and it looks like this: In a Station of the Metro. And it took this man, before you see it, it took him 2 years to write this poem. All right. And this is it. This is all it is. In a station of the metro, the apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bow. And so it's so important with poetry to look at the title and ask yourself, like, if I look at this title, right? In a station, okay, train station of the metro. Okay, where are there metros? Where are there metros? There's a metro in Washington, D.C. I don't think Ezra Pound was talking about D.C. because you'd have to look at Ezra Pound. He liked to go to Europe a lot. Oh, Paris. Paris also has a metro. Okay, so he's in a Paris train station. And then we go into the detail and you just try to break down both stanzas, break down words in both stanzas. Is there a word that you recognize? Oh, I know what a crowd is. I know what faces are. Okay, so there's faces in a crowd, but they're apparitions. Well, what is an apparition? Well, I'm not really sure. Let's look it up. Right? Oh, apparition, a ghost or ghost-like image of a person. Okay, so ghosts are something that we don't see. Ghosts are things that haunt us. Ghosts are things that go through the different things that ghosts are. Okay, the apparitions of these. So these are ghosts of these faces. And so you kind of start breaking it down in the second stanza, petals on a wet black bough. Well, there's so many petals on a flower. There's so many petals that fall off and then grow back again. So are these faces just coming and going constantly coming and go? Okay. And so, but why a ghost? Why does he keep talking it back to the ghost? And so I could go on and on about this poem despite it only being 2 lines, but that's the point. So when we come to these two poems today, right, if you should go. All right, so who is the you? They're leaving, or if they leave, like should, if you should leave me. And so now he's going to go into all of this about if you should leave me. And so just like I did within a station of a metro, just look at it line by line. And then stanza by stanza, right? Like if love, okay, so if love should leave me like the light. Well, light goes pretty slowly, right? It fades as the day progresses. It's not like it's day and then all of a sudden it's night, right? So maybe like leave slowly, the gentle passing of the day. There he goes. Okay, slowly leaving. We would not know but for the night when it has slipped away. Okay, so if it didn't get dark, we wouldn't even know that you left me. You see? So just line by line, stanza by stanza, word by word. The good thing about poetry is, yes, it is daunting. Yes, it can be intimidating. But on the opposite of a 7-page short story, 200-page novel, if you understand one word, you can lock into that one word, right? What's the tone of the poem? What's the mood of the poem? Based on that one word, that one phrase, that one line. And so that's what I want you to kind of just start to fixate on, is just, if the poem seems too much, just go word by word, line by line, stanza by stanza, and it's going to become easier, right? So many hopes have fled, have left me but the name. Wait, hopes running away from him. Okay, so things that he wanted to do, things that he hoped he could do, they've run away, personification. Have left me but the name. Okay, so just the name of what I hoped for, like I can name it, I can say it, of what they were when love is dead, Go though, beloved, the same. Okay, so he's saying leave him the same way that all of his hopes and dreams have left him, in a slow trickle. Go quietly. A dream, when done, should leave no trace that it has lived, except a gleam across the dreamer's face. And so this is probably the deepest stanza for me, but it's not a hard stanza, right? Like a dream, right? It goes very quick. Like it's almost like it's very vivid. It's very lucid as you're dreaming, and then you wake up and it fades. I mean, right? Like, can you tell me what you dreamed 2 days ago? Can you tell me even what maybe you dreamed last night? It starts to slowly fade. So like all of this, right? He just wants anyone that he loves to go slowly, to leave him very slowly. He doesn't want anything to be abrupt, anything to be quick, because if it's too sudden, if it's too quick, it's going to be too painful. All right, so that's kind of breaking down just one of the poems that you're reading today. You've already read the other poems, so hopefully it's familiar for you. And just understanding, yes, it's difficult, but it can be done. And so here you have this chart, and then I broke it down question by question. You and a partner or by yourself, you got to answer each one of these questions. And then down here, you're going to write a paragraph, 6 to 7 sentences. Really 5 to 7. I just did 6 to 7 to be annoying. So 5 to 7 sentences, make it an RTQT, but you're going to have to add a couple extra sentences than you normally would. All right. Any questions, any concerns, let me know. All the instructions are here for you. Okay. And I hope that we can all get this done today. All right. Thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate you so very much. Hopefully this helps as you go through poetry and in the future poetry. All right. Bye, everybody.